Hello, my lovely Capricorns. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week. We're not ready yet for the 29th to the 4th of February. So I'm going to dive in. Let's see what's going on for you guys, okay? We also have another deck here to clarify, just to get some extra messages out for you. So let's dive in. All right, for my lovely Capricorns, this is your overall energy. Your energy for the week is the Ace of Swords. This is you standing in your truth. This is a card of victories. So you will be feeling quite victorious. You are feeling ready to speak out, ready to start fresh when it comes down to maybe the way that you communicate, maybe the way that you set boundaries, maybe the way that the swords element can also really be a card about like information and intellect. So it being an ace is also representing it being a new beginning in that area. So for some of you, you could be communicating with someone. You could be having quite successful communication here. Again, it does really feel like it's a powerful energy, to be fair. And I do feel like it's to do with you standing in your truth and power. But let's clarify it for you. Ace of Swords, please, for Capricorn. Okay, we do have a few. I will look at them. So Queen of Wands could be a significance around a fire sign, but this is a really good card for confidence, by the way. So this is you standing in your power. Some of you are really going to be speaking up based on some ideas that you are having, and I think that you are kind of putting that across, which is very good. For some of you, if this is in the workspace, this is really good news for really getting a lot of attention for your ideas and your intellect. And yeah, I just like that energy. Again, just having confidence to speak your truth and to stand in your power is also something coming through with that energy. Could potentially, though, be a fire sign of who you're communicating with. You have the Tower card, the Moon, and the Nine of Cups in the middle of them. So this is a major breakthrough is what it feels like. The Moon is indicating that this may have been an area of your life where you had a lot of insecurities, a lot of like uncertainties, maybe old conditioning, the way that you were kind of brought up, or your past. Maybe you were kind of taught, kind of taught that your truth wasn't the right thing, or that it was wrong, or whatever it is. I feel like this confidence is coming through is because you've actually been dealing with that shadow work, and that's what that Moon card can represent, is that kind of the things that are hidden, things that have a bit of ill intentions, being in a wrong environment, listening to the wrong kinds of people. The Tower card is a major shakeup, separation. Maybe you have detached from somebody, or you just had your own major breakthrough when it comes down to your own feelings around your truth, or your power, your confidence. And this is like a card of wish fulfillment. And in this deck, this is the Light Seers deck. It looks like you're breaking through, and it looks like you're breaking free. All right, from anything that is not your truth, anything that is not empowering to you, you are releasing. And I feel like this is why you're gaining a lot of victory in your life, a lot of clarity. When the Moon is here, it can represent, again, things that are hidden from us, whether that be secrets, or sometimes our emotions can cause a lot of clouded judgment, and it feels like that is coming to an end. Whatever this Tower card is, something has become a catalyst for this energy to come through. So again, it's from destruction, it's from something falling apart, that you're really realizing your truth and your power, which is actually an incredible message to come through straight away, Capricorn. Hello. Let's carry on. Let's see what your challenge is for this week. Is the Star. This is not a good, this is not a bad challenge to have, sorry, because the Star card is a good card, and whenever really good cards come up in a challenge position, it's just that we're just trying to find our way to get to this. So the Star card is a card of healing. This may be something that you feel like you have been struggling with lately, but this is something that you are overcoming this week. As we have just said, you are kind of getting over that Moon energy. I am recording this the day after full moon. You are going to see this a few days after the full moon on the Sunday, I believe I'll upload this. So it may have been this full moon. Maybe it's the energies that you guys have been going through lately that's really kind of challenging you to heal, challenging you to kind of unlearn certain things in your life, certain feelings, certain beliefs about yourself, to really kind of step into a new truth, a new way of being is what it feels like. So the Star card is also a card of hope and wish fulfillment. So for some of you, that could be being challenged here. I will clarify this. Maybe it's just about being a bit more, in a vulnerable position is where the challenge is. Just clarify, why is the Star card here in a challenge position, please? The Five of Cups is very interesting. The Five of Cups is a card of disappointment or dissatisfaction with something, and sometimes it's the focus of all the things that have happened that we don't like or that are bad or that are disappointing, that we forget what we do still have left. The illustration in this deck is actually very powerful here because some things have spilled, but it looks like because things have been disappointing in her life, she's in a spiral of kind of creating more of it. When you sit in that energy for too long, that you end up kind of spoiling things that could still be good, but no, that didn't work out, so I don't want this to work out either. And you end up kind of ruining things that we could, if we focused on in a good way, like, okay, shit went south, things went wrong, how can I work with this to move forward? Like, and if we have that mindset, then we use what we have, we are grateful for the lessons that we learn, and we move forward. This is an energy of being stuck in disappointment. And disappointment leads to more disappointment because we're just disappointed. So this energy coming through is you're kind of changing your emotional state. And again, that's very similar to that moon energy that we have coming through. You are getting your fire back if you've been dealing with a lot of emotions, which I can kind of feel. This sudden breakthrough this week is actually really giving you that fiery energy. You are going to feel more confident. You are going to feel more motivated, more ambitious. The Queen of Wands has a lot of fiery ideas. She's ready to pursue them. The fire element is really about energy and passion. So you are getting that. The challenge is really to be dealing with these emotions. But in this case, the Five of Cups does again give that recommendation of where are your emotions. What are they focusing on? Like, what are you focusing on emotionally? Are we too caught up on all the things that have wronged us? Or are we focusing on the things that we can make right in our lifetime, and those good emotions and the things that we still have and the people we still have around us? Like, whatever it is that you're grateful for, it's good to turn to at this time because it will give you hope and it will really heal you in a lot of ways. All right, next thing that we have is what you need to focus on this week, Capricorn, and it is the Two of Cups, partnerships, love, romance, good connections. What's interesting is usually in the normal Rider-Waite tarot deck, there are 3 cups that have spilt and there are 2 cups that you have left. So again, in that case, this message kind of seamlessly goes into the Two of Cups because what you're being asked to focus on is what you still have left. For some of you, this is about building partnerships. Is something that they want you to focus on. The way that you communicate with others, the way that you give love and receive love from others, making sure that it's balanced and reciprocated. For some of you, you have this already, and that is a really beautiful relationship that they want you to focus on so that it can flourish. For others of you, this could very well just be your future potential friends, family, is partnerships. Doesn't necessarily have to be to do with love, but I do see the Two of Cups as a card of soulmates, so people who are in your life for a reason. Clarify the Two of Cups is something that Capricorn needs to focus on this week. The Lovers card, and you also have the Ace of Swords as well. That's very beautiful. So the Lovers, especially the Two of Cups, could represent a relationship. So with the Ace of Swords being there, is really about maybe vocalizing your feelings in a relationship. Okay, that's something to focus on. Is about healthy communication within your relationship. So again, soulmates, that could be friends. Some of you are really kind of, again, like placing boundaries or speaking very healthfully in your dynamics moving forward, which is interesting. It's a very big lesson that you guys have been learning. This is just bringing truth to a situation. For some of you, if you are in like a partnership with a partner, the Ace of Swords brings some victory with that. Whatever it is that you guys are pursuing together, it feels like it's working out. So for example, contracts with the Ace of Swords could very well be the case. What you're being asked to focus on is your partnerships. Ace of Swords, if you have not got a partnership yet, it is really, again, about, I see that you are going to be meeting new people very soon. The Ace of Swords represents a new beginning. You guys have maybe placed a boundary in your life, and this is where this new beginning is stemming from, or again, some sort of epiphany that you guys are going through. It has a really healthy impact on your future relationship. So I do like that. right? In terms of your recent past, Capricorn, you're the Sun card. This is a card where we feel a bit more free. This could very well be a similar message coming through about what you've recently been learning. The Sun card brings, an energy of joy, of happiness. So that is something that maybe you guys have been tapping into recently. Let's clarify the Sun. The Queen of Pentacles. This could be very well in terms of your finances. There's a bit of joy here, maybe in your career life or in terms of your stability. There's just a lot of happiness that you're in a stable position, or maybe a more stable position than you have been. It feels like you've recently achieved something lately. That could be having your own home, or things just looking better than they have done. I think this has brought about a lot of joy in your life. There could have been some good news in regards to an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. An email just came through there, so I feel like that is a confirmation for some of you. For some of you, could have found out that like a friend or a family member is welcoming a new addition of the family into the world. I don't know, for some reason I felt like it could be a pep. For some of you it could definitely be like a new baby. Doesn't mean you, although you are the Queen of Pentacles, you are an earth sign, so I would say for some of you this is just you feeling super happy lately. It feels like it's more to do with gratitude for being in a better position than maybe you once were. In terms of what your strengths are this week, you have the World card. Your strengths is the fact that things are changing. Old cycles are closing out, beginnings are beginning. Capricorn, again, for some of you it is in terms of a partnership, and if you have not got one now, I really do see one coming in very soon into your life, to be honest. And I think it's coming from this confidence that you guys are radiating based off of this new truth that you have, because that Ace of Swords is coming through in your partnerships too. So yeah, I like that. Your strengths is just the fact that you have a clean slate. It feels like you're starting fresh. It feels like you have really closed out old cycles, old ways of being, old cycles with other people that maybe don't belong in your life. The Nine of Swords is being here as well. I'm going to turn off my sound because I just getting random emails. Right, so Nine of Swords, like it was not happening until I clicked this, so here we go. Always some disruption. So Nine of Swords is a card of overthinking, so that is one thing that I would say is a little bit of a forewarning here, not to overthink. Don't worry your mind. There is a new beginning. As you can see, these crows are being kind of shown as things that she's almost as if they're being created because she's thinking about it. So it's almost like the more that you think about it, the worse it kind of gets. But this is kind of like an illusion, if they say. Like, what's the best way that I can describe that illustration? It's almost like it's like a hologram. Like it's not actually really there. So you might be feeling like problems are there that aren't really problems, like maybe you're anticipating the worst. So that would be something that they're asking you to kind of chillax a little bit with. There is a clean slate here. Don't go bringing up what ifs, because what if anything, what if things go really incredibly well, because you're not thinking about those what ifs, you're thinking about the worst case scenario. I do feel like it's an earth sign thing, to be honest, too. Like maybe it's what keeps you guys grounded. But in this case, you do have a new beginning, and I wouldn't worry yourself too much. You are coming out of this nightmare. You are coming out of your own head. You're gaining a lot of clarity. So I wouldn't worry too much about the new beginning. Okay. What if anything, what if that person is the love of your life? What if this career is going to last forever and only get better? Like you need to think about everything if you're going to think about the worst case scenario. Now, in terms of your near future, Page of Cups, that is representing some kind of unexpected news that's going to make you feel very emotional. But in what way? Let's see what this is. Clarify the Page of Cups in the near future. The Two of Pentacles. So this is coming in, this news is coming up in terms of something that's going to make you have to make a decision, is what it feels like. You are going to be very busy in the near future. I think that might make you feel quite emotional. Again, Two of Pentacles in regards to whether this is good or bad, kind of feels like you're getting maybe a few mixed feelings with some news that comes in. Part of you is like, yes. Another part of you might still be thinking about the what ifs, just because that pentacle up in the air doesn't look as real as the bag that she's got, that she's also juggling. So Again, for some of you, I feel like something is quite good, but there is still fear when it comes down to the future and the potential of something. So again, try not to worry too much about the future, because there's some things that you just can't change. Ground yourself in the present. Of course, be prepared, but don't go worrying yourself. The Page of Cups feels like good news to me, to be honest. Something that's going to make you feel quite, like you have a lot of things to deal with, but in a good way. I feel like that's quite a good thing. And you'll be having to make quite important decisions. So again, it might make you feel quite emotional, but I think you're going to deal with it very well. So I want to keep saying, like, don't worry yourself, Capricorn. Right, let's see how you'll be feeling emotionally. Okay, the Emperor. I love when the Emperor comes up in this position, because it makes me feel like you're in control of something. You're focusing on your legacy, your longevity, long term, maybe being a bit more disciplined. This is an area where it feels like you are actually actively working on it, is in your emotions here, which is your challenge, but the way that you're dealing with it is quite good. The Emperor, again, is someone who takes control, is able to delegate, is able to build a plan. Like, I don't know which deck. One deck I'm just taking from the top, because I've already shuffled it, and this one I'm clarifying by shuffling, so it's hard sometimes. But the Emperor, again, you're feeling in control, or at least you're getting in control of your feelings, whatever it might be. Let's clarify the Emperor here. The Justice card, you're bringing to balance certain things. And what's very interesting is there is this shadow side. This could represent your own shadow side, and this is like inner work that you are doing, conquering your fears, conquering that part of yourself that is kind of leaning towards like more of the negative or the fearful mindset, just because we have this like kind of more sinister side to the Justice card, and you do the Devil here. The good thing is the Justice card is in the upright, so you are bringing to balance, and you're allowing your evolved self to take the lead. And I feel like that's why the Emperor is coming through. And maybe your old shadow self took the lead. You led from fear, you led from survival, you led from uncertainty or people pleasing, whatever it may be. The Emperor is a very strong, powerful card in your emotions, and the Justice card is, again, you're balancing things, you're choosing, you're making the right decisions, and there is truth coming through in terms of your feelings and emotions, which again is clarifying what we've already been coming up here. The Devil could very well be, again, people who may have manipulated you emotionally. This is something that you're trying to unlearn or come away from or heal from, in which case I do feel like you are detaching from those strings that these things have had on you, whether it be people, situations, something that makes us feel out of control. Now, the Emperor is you being in control. So again, you are really conquering your fears. You're conquering that Devil energy, which is great. Now, in terms of your environment this week, you're the Page of Pentacles. Some of you very well could be starting new jobs or just new journeys in general. The Page of Pentacles is an apprentice card, which basically means that you guys are learning as you're doing something. So whether it is like, again, like just generally speaking, a new beginning in life, and the steps that you take now are very new. You're still learning, you're still growing as you're learning. Or again, it could be in terms of like your way of making money, because it is a Pentacles card, or it could be in terms of your career life. Okay, you're taking the new steps into something. Okay, taking the first steps to growing something, cultivating something so that it can last for the long term. So whatever you're doing now in your external environment looks very good. Let's clarify that for you, Capricorn. Eight of Swords, we do still have this like overthinking. I think this is, I'm not going to touch on it too much, because again, I think you are trying to detach from that Devil energy. A lot of the issues that are coming through in your reading are simply just what seems to be the shadow side of yourself, some part of yourself that clearly has been leading a lot, that part of you that just wants to, again, sit in the disappointments that have happened, and desire to heal from it, but never actually taking the steps. Like, you are actively changing a lot about yourself and where your mindset is going, and you are breaking free, as we said in the beginning. But all of these cards here are really to do with what's going on internally. Not to say that your external is completely blissful, but from what I'm seeing, there's a lot of new beginnings coming through, a lot of fresh, clean slates. It's just the mind, all right, which takes a while to, unlearn certain habits, to relearn new ones. Eight of Swords is another card of overthinking. As you can see, in her perception of herself, she's stuck. she is out of control. And these other things that are around her more in control of her than she is of herself. But that is just how she views herself. It's not actually her reality. So for some of you, you are really, again, learning new things about yourself, about maybe your mind, your habits, maybe in regards to your work or your finances or any area where you felt stuck. You are actively taking the steps to free yourself from that perception, because it is just a perception with this energy. Okay, which is good. I like that you're freeing yourself. It's a very big key theme coming through here. Okay, right, now let's get another overall energy for you guys for the week as the Queen of Swords. So kind of ending how we started off, very similar to the Ace of Swords. This is really you standing in your power and placing boundaries, not only to the world around you and the people, in how much of your time and energy you give to people or situations around you, but also with your own thoughts and feelings. You're placing boundaries with yourself and your shadow self, which I love. You're really leading with truth and integrity this week. You are gaining this crown, which is again very similar to the Ace of Swords. I feel like this is helping you to gain your confidence. The Queen of Swords is really not to be messed with. She protects herself, protects her heart space. What's very interesting is we have the Six of Cups. This could be representing maybe your relations to maybe, family members. Six of Cups is like nostalgia. It could be children. All right. And again, this is an area of where you're protecting, or again, maybe you are placing boundaries with the past. All right. Maybe these are people who, you really care for. But maybe there is a need for boundaries there. And this could very well be kind of healing from that nostalgia and healing from the past energy like we've been saying. Okay? My angels, well, that is what I have for you. I hope you guys have an incredible week. Let me know how it resonated with you in the comments. Let me know. Make sure you like and subscribe if you have not already. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I hope to see you guys next time. All right?